I'm very humbled. Salutations, everyone watching. My name is Bobbeigh. You may have recently seen me performing at Awesome Games Done Quick 2025. Well, tonight I'm here with the game Castlevania Rondo of Blood, all set up to play here. We're going to be exploring a little bit more about this game's hidden hero, Maria Renard, starring in her very own speedrun category. So we'll pilot this magical girl along with her myriad of animal beasts through 8 stages in a speedy fashion. And I'll be sure to touch on movement and other techniques along the way. So with that out of the way, let's load up our Maria file, switch over to Maria, head on over to stage 1. We will begin the timer upon character movement. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so let's actually start with, oh, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Let's actually start with a little bit of movement. As you can see, she is rolling around the ground. She's an incredibly flexible and fast character. She can cover ground pretty quickly by using these rolls, by using the sliding, which we can introduce a little bit later as well. She also sports a double jump, really floaty, kind of like a first of its kind here in like classic Castlevania. As you can see, we took a little bit of a shortcut out of the way here that will actually yield a different boss and different levels to advance since we've gone this way. So this is the series' second attempt at providing the player some sort of like meaningful choice throughout the playthrough. That blooming music, we're gonna be grabbing this, doing a little shell hop, but we'll talk about that in a little minute. The boss here is a huge sea serpent. We're gonna introduce the main damage dealer, the Guardian Knuckle, but first let me do a little bit of positioning here. As you can see, this little tentacle spring out of the background, that is the sea serpent, the snake. So the Guardian Knuckle, which we'll do here, it's kind of like a special move like you do in fighting games. Up, down, and down left, and then you gotta press the attack button. But it's really powerful. As you can see, it just disposes of this enemy in nearly no time flat, and it's just absolutely great. Sometimes we'll take damage at the end of the boss fight, and this is actually intentional. At the end of the stage, the game will slowly count down your remaining HP and add it to the score. Orb, for all you GDQ fans out there. If we could, thank you. If we can set our HP to 1, this will dramatically speed up the process. You know, that's it's just really fast. I love this magical girl. Stage 2 is called I Hate Taking the Long Way Around, and it's actually really funny because we're actually going to be trying to do a pretty big shortcut that skips the entire stage. Let me see if I can get it here. It'll be all set up in the next area, and then we're going to be doing that little Kaizo Mario trick called the shell hop in our little own fashion. So let's see, we're going to slide off here, do a little bit of shell hopping. That's a little bit dangerous. I don't want that fireball to hit me. There we go. Magical girl can do anything. So welcome to the water walk technique. That big moving glitch in the background that we're leaving behind is supposed to be a boat and a man rowing that boat for us. So there's a legitimate way to board that boat later on in the stage, actually like 1 or 2 screens away. But getting the optimal version of the water walk saves a buttload of time in the end. If you actually do ride the boat, you got to dodge all of these jumping sea creatures and all that, which can be pretty gruesome because if you get hit by them, you might get knocked into the moat below and have to start all that all over again. But at the end of this, we're just going to warp completely to stage 3 dash. It's actually cool. This is like one of my favorite tricks in the game.
That is awesome, by the way. That's so good.
All right. So we got a little bit of a mini boss coming up here. And we could actually, we could actually use this turtle shell to even more efficacy. If you do activate the sub weapon, she does, hide there. But if you press it again, she'll jump out and she'll retain a little bit of invincibility through this boss. So let me see if I can demonstrate that there. And that is absolutely great. All right, awesome. We're just going to keep trotting in through here. She's a little bit of a glass cannon, like a lot of powerful things about this magical girl, but she is actually very fragile in the defense threshold department. So we're gonna be trying our best, even though we want to take like some damage to like not get any no hit bonuses at the end. We want to make sure we take as little damage as possible. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Woo! Okay, we got a little big drop there, and that's fine. This should be okay. This should be okay.
That was terrifying.
That was absolutely terrifying. You can get ganged up on, kind of like in like a Resident Evil, in like really quickly. This is Together. We're going to be doing some more Guardian Knuckles. Hopefully he does not teleport, and he does not teleport, which is absolutely great. absolutely great. We're gonna be setting up so that he can finish his desperation move in time. Let's go over that real quick. At the end of Rondo, at the end of nearly every boss, they try to do like a little desperation attack to kind of throw you off guard and like, you know, take away your no-hit goal. But like, it doesn't matter. We're in a speed run. Actually gaining the no-hit goal anyway actually increases that timer at the end of the stage. Well, we're done with the turtle. Speaking of sub weapons, we'll pick up one here that will be paramount to clearing future stages. This is stage 4 dash. We're still kind of like on the alternate path, kind of like introduced in like previous iterations of Castlevania, like Castlevania 3. You know, you can kind of choose where to go, kind of choose who to play. So this is kind of like more like the freedom of choice, and like the stages even branch out further from here. It's actually really cool. Let me slide off here. This will be a very specific sequence. We gotta make sure. Oh god, no! I need that. So there are some certain frame counts in this game that will like drop random stuff upon defeating an enemy, and you kind of have to react to that. We definitely want to carry this orange bird through with us to the next stage. That little egg does absolutely nothing for us in the speedrun sense. So for repeated attempts of like PBs, you might want to, you might run into that. So you might want to be a little bit alert about that. All right, we're setting up for the 4th boss, Dullahan. I'm going to be grabbing as many hearts as I can for use in the other stages. But we're going to try a really cool quick kill here. See if I can get it. Need a little bit of serious time. All right, we got it. Awesome. Yay. Awesome. So yeah, we were really close with weaving right under Dullahan's attacks, and like we get knocked forward a considerable amount. It would, it would just throw us off the cycle. But thankfully that didn't happen. We got hit a little bit earlier in the stage, so we get the, we don't get a no hit. This is actually a pretty good stage.
Let's go.
Thank you. Stage 5 is one of my favorite stages. So be a little bit more rolling and jumping, but depending on how precise we want to be a little bit later on in the stage, we're going to have to be really tight about how we maneuver. For this, we just want to make sure we don't get hit, because it would be a really, really bad idea to fall into a pit when the run is going so well. When we get into the ship into itself, you can see the geometry kind of like, or rather the room itself, bob up and down, and we kind of want to beat that timer for the end of the stage. We use this bird to kind of get a little mini boss that's out of the way there. Not even any mentions of this guy, but this sub-weapon is really good for these enemies jumping around you. We got another mini boss here. I call this the Portrait of Ruin. Like, this is literally how they got it. Exactly.
That's the name of the game.
Let's see if we get the. Oh no, we missed the cycle. So we have to wait until the ship bobs on the way down again in order for us to hit the room. It's kind of like the neutral position for that. But that's okay. We're gonna go a bit more further. Oh, these beasts are rather bothersome, and they will pile up on you. We're gonna be trying to move out the way. Get another sub weapon, which is one of my favorites. This big old dragon. Hold on. Danger zone. I need peace over here. Okay, we're almost done. Over the sniper and on to the next boss. So this sub weapon is extremely powerful. It uses up a lot of heart energy though. So I'm gonna go out the way just for a little safety heart real quick, just so I can have enough for the quick phase 1 of this boss. I'm also gonna be doing a little bit of a screen scroll technique. Maria's sprite is a little bit off further to the left. But when Death spawns in, he'll be a bit further to the right, which will be enough time for me to set up these dragons and also try to get rid of these projectiles along the way. I do want to get hit by one of these. Oh, I probably won't. Well, you'll see what I mean about the no-hit bonus then. We get a little quick phase 2. If you get hit by any of those skulls, you will, like the attack will reset. Kind of like a little challenge. Now he is absolutely peed. We're gonna do a little bit of a timing. 1, 2. Guardian Knuckle, and that was an absolutely awesome fight. That was death, by the way. That was Dracula's right-hand man, and we disposed of it in like 40 seconds flat. This magical girl is going
That is
fast.
our magical girl.
It's our magical girl. Who's with me? So yeah, it'll count down to life, it'll count down hearts, and then that no damage bonus one up at the end. That's a lot of time that we're spending at the stage clear for around a 15-minute run. So it's just like little nuances like that. Like if you want to get, you know, high up in the PBs and leaderboards, you got to be about your stuff. Coming up, this is stage 6, another really good stage. We got the turtle for later. We encountered the dark priest named Shaft. Oh no, why are you trying to slay this little girl? We have a little bit of a boss rush going on here, which will feature some familiar faces of Castlevania, like the big bat that you might have seen if you played Castlevania 1. It's going to drop a whole buttload of hearts, and we definitely want to get that. And we're going to be positioning ourselves mainly right here for the next boss, Medusa, this Guardian Knuckle. So we're going to keep her on the far side of the screen in order for her to keep using that laser attack. If we're too close to her, she'll actually jump up, and she'll be a bit hard for us to reach. Coming up next is the Aquadon, or AKA the Mummy. Will actually just go down in 2 easy Guardian Knuckles. They'll drop a parfait. I would not eat a parfait from a mummy. Would you, Anarchy? Like that?
No, I certainly would not.
Frankenstein's monster. There we go. Just goes in a couple. I kind of missed the optimal there, but it's all right. But now we got the big baddie himself. So this is a pretty, well, we mostly stay to the right side for this entire fight, and that's for a good reason. So when Shaft spawns in and his hitbox becomes active, he's going to try to jump around either left or right. We're going to try to manipulate him to jump to the right so we can hit him easier. No, but he jumped to the left. That's Shaft. That's our Dark Priest. This is actually the first desperation move that can actually kill you. So I'm actually just going to take 2 hits here, because the 3rd hit will actually kill me. This is I think the only desperation move in Rondo of Blood that can actually do that. I'm going to try to reach out up here, grab the orb as quickly as possible.
Orb.
And we are 2 stages away, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me on this exhibition of Rondo of Blood, Maria. Again, if you do like this, feel free to follow me on twitch.tv/Bobbeigh. Oh no, okay, that's bad. All right, so this is kind of like an RNG bridge. Like, these big bats can appear at any given time, and some of them have big swords, and those big swords can also stay active even as the bats drop them. It's actually incredibly heinous. I'm gonna try to not take as much damage going up this. I like this stage because we have a lot of vertical movement, but we have a lot of heinous activity from these skeletons. All right, so I'm actually gonna opt to not take a damage boost, but we have a nice descent down through. Nice. And before the ladies or the harpies try to grab you there, another ascent here. Just gonna be using the floaty double jump to kind of skip all this complicated platforming. Maria's a really accessible speedrun category if you want to get into it. Like your first Castlevania game, absolutely grade A. All right, so I would have damage boosted through that guy, but I actually don't think I have enough, and I want to save enough health for the next boss. Still Guardian Knuckling out of the way here. We're gonna be using our double jump to kind of like shift in and out of these stairways. Skipping another part of this stage because Maria is just that darn cool. Grab that heart so we can stay stocked up on our heart resources, and we will be on to our next boss. We'll be grabbing a sub weapon for the final level. Well, actually for this boss as well. And again, at least be at 30. Now, the upcoming boss will be the kind of rematch with Shaft, if you will. He's got a lot of great magical abilities. Well, probably some of the dragon if we can get this manipulation right. So he's gonna spawn on the right side. We're gonna attack him preemptively. Be moved on over to the left side. We're gonna bounce him back over to the right side so we can get the dragon. He'll be getting the nice positioning. Nice, just like that, using those birds. And like one of the big reasons why we want as much hearts as possible is that if we do get, I think, over 20, then we'll unlock the multi-shot, which means we can throw out more sub weapons basically at a given time. So that just incredibly speeds up the fight, and we are almost done, everyone. That was my favorite stage of the game. It's like really lengthy, includes a lot of movement tech, but we're almost done. It's our final battle with Dracula. This is basically the prologue stage to Symphony of the Night. We're gonna be grabbing as many hearts as we possibly can for our final showdown. What is a man? All right, let's get this phase 1 going. All right, we got the nice hits. All right, we got hit, but that's fine as long as we get this nice on the phase 3. Nice. All right, very perfect so far. He's gonna transform into second form. And we are going to lay the birds on them. Again, use that double shot. More birds, more birds, more birds. He's done before the boss meter even shows up and fills up fully. Time is going to be on the final orb collection. Chat, let me hear you say orb on time.
Orb. GG's.
And that was Castlevania Rondo of Blood, Maria Only, the magical girl of the series. Belmont's taking a back seat to this, and I hope you all enjoyed.
I sure did. I know that I did. I don't know about you guys. I sure did.